Hello, hockey fans and Dallas Stars Elite 12U girls fan faithful from all over the world joining us for the Windy City tournament here in the beautiful Chicago. Nice to come up and play hockey in a part of the world that is actually hockey friendly. Hey, Michael?
Yep, feels like hockey for sure. Excited to see what these girls are going to do against a pretty tough Chicago Mission team, ranked 8th in the My Hockey rankings. They are independent, so they don't have a regular league. They do mostly tournaments. They've played 22 games. They have a plus 39 goal differential. That's opposed to our girls who have 9 games played in the My Hockey rankings. Minus 26 goal differential, but 85 goals for. So excited to see what they can do.
Got a little bit of a pre-scout from one of the teams we played in Ohio to start the season. They said they've had their hands full on 6 different occasions, which doesn't mean we'll have our hands full, but hopefully our girls have shown up here to play. And speaking of showing up to play, it looks like Zakaria is going to send her Simcoe and Dulac with Andrews and Mason on the point.
Yes,
Refs starting early.
Change because Dulac only plays defense.
Here's the draw. Zakaria's got it. Brings it over to the near wall. Trying to drive wide. She's checked there. Forces it through the center. Back to the point for Mason. Here's the first shot of the game. Off Zakaria. Zakaria with another shot. There it is. Rebound. Covered up by the goaltender.
Right off the bat with some good pressure. I like to see that. They're ready to play.
Same line out. Quick change for Mission. There's the draw. Back to the point. Mason with the shot through traffic. Picked up by the tender. Cleared out to the near side. Simcoe. Nice backhand pass to Andrews. Andrews able to hold his own. Into the half wall. Down she goes. Trying to center it out. Battle on the far wall ensues. Puck spits out to the center of the crease. Mission lead pass. Andrews able to interrupt that. Stars regain the zone again. Dulac there to create some pressure. Zakaria in to help. Mason holding the line as well. Here comes Mission. Trying to drive out. Simcoe did a good job holding. Andrews is going to skate this in. Tries to find her way through the center. Puck's deflected. They're able to hold his own. Zakaria's got it now. Here's Zakaria. There's the shot. Deflected. High into the corner. Coming around the backside of the net. Mission coming out through the neutral zone. They've got some speed. Zakaria trying to track her down. Shortino and Lafleur on point now. Lafleur in a battle in front of the net. Good job for position on her part. Lead pass up to Salzburg. She's checked. DDD pass by Mission now. Mission in transition through the neutral zone, coming in. Shortino tracking that. Drop pass. There's a shot through traffic. Deflected. And Schaefer picks up that redeflect beautifully.
Yeah, Schaefer was ready for that. Boy, that was a great reaction by her because it came right up over the stick of the defender.
Speaking of which, Schaefer's got the start between the pipes, so we'll miss that on the announcement. Fresh legs out for the Stars now. There's the draw, won by Mission. There's the shot through traffic again. Schaefer deflects that into the corner. Shortino, she throws it up the half wall. Back down now to Shortino again, trying to find Gagne. Gagne playing with Grahovic and Salzburg. Mission able to hold his own. Deflected loose out front. Puck's free. Salzburg able to kick it into the neutral zone and relieve some pressure. Mission in transition again. Lead pass out of the reach of their winger. Shortino's going to pick that up behind our net and skate it around the back. There's the shot. Saved by Schaefer again. Biederman's going to jump on the ice to join Isaac on defense. Clark, Bucko. And I can't see who's on the wing with her, but we'll find out momentarily. There's the draw. Mission tried to push it through. Interrupted by Bucko. Bucko throws it around the half wall. Tries to find Clark. Clark deflects it into the neutral zone. Here comes Mission, turning it back the other way again. They push it all the way in. Isaac gives chase. Gets all the way around to Biederman. Stanton on the wing, by the way. Oh, odd deflection behind the net. Easily handled by Isaac, though. Sends one through the crease as Mission, but Biederman's there to pick that up. She finds Clark. Clark, lead pass attempt to Bucko. Bucko trying to drive through, looking to find Stanton, not quite able to. Puck spits back to Isaac. Isaac, lead pass to Stanton, just out of her reach. Mission's got it now. Mission. Working their way through neutral zone. Good cross-ice lateral movement on that kid's part. Isaac's going to find it behind the net. Looking for her teammate. She's checked, but she's hoping to recover. She does. Andrews is in there to help her out. Simcoe's got it now. Simcoe evades a check. Tries to find Bucko. Bucko not quite able to clear it. There's a shot through traffic. It's wide. Over into the half wall, near wall, for Biederman. Back to the point for Mission. There's a shot through traffic, deflected. Good job by Isaac to relieve that, clear the zone. Mission sends it in deep once again. Biederman's got it now. Pressure on Biederman, she's checked. Sends it over to Isaac. Isaac, she throws it all the way around. We'll see if we can get it clear. Another odd bounce off the board. Mission has it right out front. Isaac steps up to clear that trouble. Mission again with the shot. Solid pressure by Mission this trip. Let's see if our girls can get it out of the zone. Isaac, 2 or 3 block shots and deflection. She's been strong there. Good paddle stop by Schaefer. Mission's digging away.
The side of that one looked like, but
she did.
Was able to bury it anyway. That's good.
Wholesale change for the Stars here.
They look to be having a little bit of trouble in the defensive zone, not getting high enough and being able to get this out. So we've got to have the wingers help up on the point area.
Mason gives it up to Zakaria. Now she tries to find Dulac, picked up by Mission. Mission from the corner. Andrews in a battle in front of the net. Strong battles in front of the net. Good to see our D clearing that out of the way. Not giving Mission a chance to set up. Puck's all the way down. Mission's going to regroup. They're coming around the back of the net with some speed. Centering pass. That's picked up by Simcoe. Simcoe throws it down toward the net. It's just wide. Mission looking to break out. Centering pass. Come through the neutral zone. Right there's Salzburg to break that up. Puck comes back to Andrews. Andrews tries to find Mission. Mission through traffic. Gloved by Schaefer. Brought down for a whistle. Shout out to the Elliots making the drive all the way to Chicago here. Even though Paisley's not dressed, she'll be the #1 fan out there today. Here's the draw. Mission has it. Mission, high slot, through traffic, just wide. We got Mason and Andrews on point. Grahovic. Oh, there's another shot. That's wide. Grahovic, Gagne, and Salzburg up front. Mission has it behind the net. Centering pass. Wide open out front. Schaefer comes across. Loose puck bounces in behind the net. Schaefer, good job holding the ground there. Mission tries to step up through the slot. Checked by Grahovic. Andrews has it now. Andrews tries to clear it out. Is able to get to the neutral zone. 5-person battle along the near wall here. Puck spits out. Picked up by Salzburg. Salzburg trying to drive down the right wing. Cuts back into the middle. Grahovic's there to support. Mission able to clear it all the way down, but Shortino's going to pick that up. We got Shortino and Lafleur on defense now. Shortino, lead pass, finds Grahovic. Grahovic up to Gagne. Gagne tries to clear it in. Disrupted by Mission. Back to Lafleur now. Now the Stars able to gain the zone. See if they can put the forecheck on that. Number 10 with Mission has some wheels, cuts back in through the neutral zone with some speed, coming down the right wing, looking to drive wide. Lafleur pushing her wide. In behind the net is number 10, centering pass, picked up by Gagne. Mission with the shot, that's just wide. Lafleur's giving chase into the corner now. Lafleur tries to clear it up, picked up by Mission again, in behind the net. Shortino's going to pick that up now.
They're looking for a shift here. They've had a long one.
Shortino tries to find Gagne. Puck loose out front. Lafleur tries to center it up. Not quite able to get it out to Salzburg. Now it's picked up by Grahovic. She clears some pressure. Going to have a full change on forwards. Simcoe, Zakaria, and Dulac out up front. Dulac's got it now. Cleared out to Shortino. Shortino tries to find Zakaria just through her feet. Mission's got it again. Mission driving wide. Picked up by Isaac. She clears it all the way down. We'll see if that's got the draw weight we're looking for. And the ref's going to call it an icing here with 4:28 left in the first period. Working the camera a little bit here. New angles for us, trying to avoid that black net. Any feedback from home, don't be shy to let us know if audio, visual, what's going on. We don't see it. Zakaria's in to take the draw. Still have Zakaria, Simcoe, and Dulac up front. Isaac and Shortino on the point. Sorry, Isaac and Biederman, my bad. Battle on the half wall on the far side. Picked up by Zakaria. Zakaria trying to skate it through. She is able to. She's trying to shake four defenders, looking for some help. Decides to pitch it in. Zone held in by Simcoe. Now it's kicked out by Mission again. Battle won again by Simcoe. Here's an opportunity. No offside. Good job by the girls to hold that line. Cleared out to Biederman. Biederman throws it all the way down. They're going to wave off that icing. Zakaria's get all the way over to Salzburg on the far wall. Another shot from Mission through traffic. Good pad save by Schaefer. Able to track that puck through a few bodies. It's going to be whistled down because we're checked into our net.
Right in the bench, the girls had to duck, avoid that one.
Just making sure the ladies on the bench have their heads up in the game. Here we go. Grahovic centering Gagne and Salzburg. Back to Grahovic now. Grahovic skating it through the neutral zone. She's getting pressured by number 44. Going to drive wide. Little dump and chase by her. Grahovic pushing hard. Comes out with the puck. Opportunity for Grahovic. Shot just off the side of the net. Great effort by her on that shift. Here comes Grahovic again. Another opportunity. There's a shot through traffic just wide. Mission's going to take it behind their net. Salzburg's there to force an opposite direction. Puck spits all the way out. Mission has it now. Coming in on our girls. 2-on-2. We got Mason and Elliott. Here comes Mission. Drop pass by Mission to Grahovic. Into the neutral zone. Grahovic again. Chip pass to Salzburg. Mission ends up with it. Here comes Mission. Coming through with some speed. Goes to the right. Goes to the left. Blockers.
Wow, terrific job by Schaefer on that one.
Able to get that right arm over and find his paddle to get on that puck.
Yeah, I've also been watching. Looks like the Mission really liked that drop pass in the high slot area. So we'll be watching for that as we go.
There's a draw. Here's an opportunity now. Dulac, she's trying to break free. Dulac's got Zakaria, and Mission able to back check and disrupt that. Puck's all the way down. Lafear's giving chase. She's going to pick it up in the corner. Lafear comes around the back of the net. Hassled by the Mission player. Not giving up on the puck, though. We got Lafear and Zakaria. Puck ends up on Simcoe's stick. Simcoe, she's able to clear it into the neutral zone. 1:15 left here in the first. Puck cleared all the way down by Mission. They're going to wave that off, although I don't believe there was a touch. That's fine. Shortino's going to pick it up behind the net. She's got a bit of time. Tries to find Dulac. Dulac now. Not able to quite clear it out. Ends up all the way back in our zone. Lafear's behind the net. In a battle. Mission centering pass. Onto the stick on Zakaria. Lafear tries to clear it out. Not quite able to. Lots of traffic here. Lafear tries one more time. Another odd bounce off those boards. That's the third odd bounce. Has been directional that we were not expecting. That puck came straight back at her. Now we're cleared all the way down with 29 seconds left here.
Yeah, and just a reminder for the folks at home.
Here's a replay, courtesy of Mr. Elliott. That's a great close-up of Schaefer's blocker save or stick save or whatever she had. Well done to the audio guys, or Visio, I should say. Here comes Bucko on the draw. Mission back to the point. Shot through traffic. Another pad save by Schaefer. Ends up on the stick of Clark. Clark trying to find Stanton. Stanton, Clark, and Bucko up front. We got Biederman and Isaac on the point. Schaefer making the smart play to whistle it down with 13 seconds left here in the first. Bucko off the draw. Through traffic. Puck ends up in the far corner. Centering pass off the side of the net. Another shot. Solid save by Schaefer to keep that out. Deflected puck loose out front. 5 seconds left. 2 seconds left. And we're done. A little bit of a heart wrencher at the end of the period there.
Oh yeah, that's scary. You don't want one going in with 10 seconds left.
Well, Stars able to get out of that first period 0-0. Lots of pressure by Mission. Couple quality saves, actually probably 3 for sure by Schaefer to keep this a 0-0 hockey game. Mr. Elliott bringing up our schedule for the weekend. As you all well know, we are 1 o'clock Chicago Mission right now. If we have late joiners, tournament rules are that if we are ahead of schedule, the refs are going to keep us ahead of schedule to plan for any overtime, shootout, and delays. Another game tonight against the Chicago Windy City Storm, also another top-ranked team, if I recall, Michael.
Yeah, Windy City, they're ranked 10th, whereas, again, the Chicago Mission is ranked 8th. So really tough competition today, but, you know, just based on what I've seen in the first period, I like what I'm seeing. The girls are doing well.
And then tomorrow morning, a familiar opponent. We played Team Illinois and Ohio earlier to start the year. I think both of our clubs looked a fair bit different than the start of the year, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's been a while since we'd seen Team Illinois. We did well against them, and that was to kick off the tournament in Bowling Green, Ohio. Get back on camera duty real quick.
No problem. Yeah, as Michael was saying, we did well again then. We did have a loss, but it was a great battle of a hockey game, and that one could have went either way when we played them. I think it was 2-0, if I recall.
I believe so, and as a matter of fact, the Chicago Mission has seen Team Illinois a lot more recently than we have. They played them back at the beginning of October and racked up 2 wins against them.
All right, here we are. Start the period number 2. Mission with the draw. Lead pass up to the wing. We got Bucko, Clark. Oh, here's an opportunity for Mission in from the odd angle. Andrews able to push that wide, deflected into the corner. Mason's on it now. Puck cleared up to the point. Mission trot through traffic. Nice shot, unfortunately kicked off the boards, went two or three bodies along the ice and snuck right in that corner.
Yeah, from Schaefer's standpoint, that thing came out of nowhere. It was kept on the ice, barely made it through the bottom left side.
Courtesy replay of Mr. Elliott, you can tell that puck was coming in with some speed through traffic, tough one to track.
Very tough to track.
1-0 Mission here with 11:42 left in the second. Quick goal by Mission to start the period. Let's see if the Stars can respond. Mission gaining the zone again quickly. And it's going to be an offside. Bucko centering Gagne and Salzburg. So far, consistency in the lineups. That's good to see. See if the ladies can get in a rhythm. And we got Isaac and Biederman on point. Draws one by Mission. They gain the zone. High end traffic. Come on in. And they find the back of the net for their second goal of the game. Unfortunately, just really clean pass in by Mission there. Quick, clean draw over to the far wall. Catch the player with speed coming through to gain the zone. And unfortunately, our ladies not quite ready for that quick pass attack there. 2-0 Mission.
Yeah, Biederman had the right idea trying to keep that player to the outside, and she just made a really great angle shot.
Almost like a set play off that draw. That Mission team looked like they knew exactly where they wanted to go and how to do it. Here we are. Gagne, Bucko, and Salzburg hoping to have a bounce back here for the Stars. Gagne checking the Mission player, getting some help from Bucko. Here comes Biederman. Biederman with the check, and unfortunately caught that girl up tall. It's going to be a penalty call against her. Hopefully that girl's all right. It's an awkward placement with the stick. I'm not sure how that unfolded.
She's not feeling too good. She's kind of rolling around in some pain, so see if the girls will just take a knee and hope she's okay.
Never like to see that. No. And certainly it was incidental on Biederman's part. I don't think she meant to get her stick up into the neck area. I'm not sure how that came down, but hopefully that young lady's okay. Teams will go to the respective benches here for a minute or two. You did know that the constant pressure by Mission was going to eventually break the seal at some point, and they came out flying here in the second period. Good to see this young lady getting up. Must have caught it awkwardly, I think high on her neck, I'm not too sure. She's actually covering the cage of her mouth. I wonder if somehow the stick got up through her cage somehow. I hope not.
But that's why they do wear their mouth guards too, because the cage isn't 100%. I'm glad she was able to get up and stay off.
Big reason for mouth guards too is concussions. Stop the teeth from chattering on big hits or collisions into the board. So
that's a good point too.
Here we are, power play for the Mission team. We got Zakaria out with Simcoe, and looks like Isaac, and then Mason on point. Mission wins the draw, DDD pass. Here they come from the off-angle shot, throw just wide. Puck's on the half wall now. Centering pass, that's disrupted, picked up by Isaac. She's not quite able to clear it out. Good defensive play by Mission to hold that zone there. Zakaria giving pressure, stopping the centering pass. Now the centering pass comes all the way to the point. Mission, number 10. She had some wheels earlier in period one, we saw a few times. Good footwork by her to hold the zone, and puck ends up on Zakaria's stick. Zakaria, she's trying to make her way out. She's getting hassled on the back check. Zakaria's trying to drive wide. She's checked, but able to kill some time off this penalty here with 20 seconds left on the power play. Puck comes around to the near half wall.
The Mission work by Zakaria on the point there was fantastic. She tracked that puck and was watching it like a hawk.
Simcoe, she's able to get it out of the zone again. 5 seconds left in the power play is offside Mission. I did tell Mr. Elliott I was going to do the score, and I completely forgot, so he's doing the ultimate juggle back there. Way to go, Brody Allen. Empty promises.
I need to recruit another dad for that one.
There we go, another dad on duty. Here comes Bucko on the draw with Dulac to finish the rest of this power play. Draws one by Mission. There's the shot. Schaefer able to make the first stop and then gather up the rebound. Puck's defenders cleared out by LaFear. I like to see her clearing out her opposition outside of the front. Bucko on the draw. Sorry, no, that's Grahovic. No, it is Bucko. Shot deflected. Handled by Schaefer again. Whenever there's constant pressure like this, whenever a goaltender gets a chance to freeze it, always a good decision to do so. Draws one again by Mission. DDD pass on the point, cross ice. There's the shot, again through traffic, deflected. Puck's loose out front and cleared out of the way. Mission still in pursuit though, another loose puck. Grahovic.
Good thing Grahovic was there.
Grahovic's getting centered by Bucko with Dulac on the wing. That's a look we haven't seen yet. Here comes Mission looking for a wraparound. Spits all the way back to the point now. Held in by Mission. Shortino battling. Gets that puck all the way back now to Bucko. There's a centering pass. Cross through to Grahovic just out of her reach. Shortino's going to pick that up behind the net.
A chance to regroup here.
Shortino gets hauled down. She's looking for some help. Mission ends up with the puck. Centering pass through traffic, wide open out front. 2-3 deflections, and it finds the back of the net. Mission just relentless pressure that shift. Puck ends up kind of spitting loose. Shortino got hauled down. I'm surprised there wasn't a call there. Then came back around, centering pass.
The puck was bouncing around for a while there, and then just took a bad bounce through.
Bucko's going to center Clark and Dulac. That was just a temporary shift there. Lead pass goes all the way through to Andrews. Andrews tries to fish it up. There's the centering pass from Mission. They're able to break that up. Here comes Bucko now. Bucko's got some speed. Back checker's in on her. Mission able to break that up. Andrews, she sends it over. Tries to find Mason. Not quite able to get it Mason, but Clark now. Mission's going to be able to regroup in their own zone. They come back, dancing and weaving a little bit. They pick it up behind the net. Mission, breakout pass up to the wing. We've got 3-on-2 unfolding on Mason and Andrews. Here comes number 3. Couple moves. There's a shot deflected wide by Andrews. Puck ends up spitting all the way across over to Clark. Clark, she's going to bring it up the wing. Good job by her to decide to go with a skate. Spits it back to Mason. Mason lead pass. Tries to find Stanton just a little bit out of her reach, but the Stars able to gain the zone. Backhanded it into the corner.
Yeah, back on that play, I'm really happy to see Clark having looked up, thought about it, and then taken it instead of doing the dump and chase.
Mission pressuring in behind our net. Mason, strong as usual on the point to break up that play. There's a shot through traffic, bouncing puck. It's loose to the side of the net now. Mason's in pursuit of the Mission player. Makes the check. Tries to lead find Bucko. Puck's all the way back. There's a shot from Mission through traffic. It's wide. Mission has it in the corner. Tries a centering pass. Deflected out. Here's a chance for Salzburg. Salzburg trying to drive wide. She does. She gets around 2 defenders. She's hassled. She's got Gagne out front. Nice move by Salzburg to try and make something happen there. Not quite able to get that pass off. Here comes Mission. Isaac clears it all the way down. Salzburg's in pursuit. They wave off icing. Puck's loose. Fooled everybody because it kicked out awkwardly. Here comes Mission again. 3-on-2. Mission driving wide. On the left wing, centering pass deflected. Saved by Schaefer with 6:37 left here in the second and a 3-2 hockey game.
I'm surprised Schaefer was even able to see that coming across. It came across fast.
Fresh legs out for the Stars. Zakaria in to take the draw. Biederman and Isaac on point. Dulac and Simcoe on the wing. Here comes an opportunity for Simcoe. Simcoe tries to drive up. Deflected. She's still trying to find that puck. Puck's loose out front. There it is. Backhand opportunity for Zakaria. Zakaria again. She has it. Trying to do a wraparound. She cuts back. Twice she cuts back. Backhand pass through traffic all the way to Isaac. Isaac, there's a shot.
And it's plays like that why Zakaria is our number 1 assist. Let's see what she can do.
Here we go. Zakaria pushing in deep. Dulac, she throws it in behind the net. Zakaria's in pursuit again. There's the shot. Comes around to the near half wall. Tries to get it out. And Mission able to find the neutral zone. Right back in by the Stars. Simcoe, Dulac, and Zakaria in pursuit. Held in by Isaac. 5:35 left here in the second. Number 15 with Mission comes around with some speed, hammers on the brake, has decided to go back the other way. Here comes number 15 down the right wing. 3-on-2 unfolding. She's coming in through with it, splits the D. Here's number 15. And great stick by Biederman last minute to check that, what would have been last minute breakaway in high slot.
Oh yeah, great scoop.
There's an opportunity. Kicked out. Simcoe trying to battle. Simcoe does. Here comes opportunity one-on-one. Just loses control of the puck last minute. Mission around the backside of their net. Coming through the left wing with some speed. Kicks all the way back just out of the reach of Biederman. Here comes the left wing pass through the crease. No one there. Back pass to number 15 down to the half wall again. Centering pass deflected off the side of the net. Shortino tries to clear it out. Ends up on the point for Mission. Shot from Mission from the point. Wide and left. Picked up by Biederman. Mission trying to drive. Loose out front. Puck's picked out. There's the Mission player again. Cut off 2-3 skates. Schaefer able to find that loose puck and smother it.
It just squeaked out there.
4:25 left here in the second. 3-goal period for Mission. Bucko out to take the draw with Clark. And we got Lafleur. Oh, there's a shot from Mission. Sticked away by Schaefer. Lafleur and Shortino on point. Stanton's on the other wing. Puck's down to Shortino. She's able to clear it out. Clark, one of the strongest full-speed forecheckers we've got. She's giving pressure. Mission up to the half wall. They're breaking in 3-on-2. All of our back checkers in place. Puck slides through the crease. Picked up by nobody. And held the zone in by Mission. Shortino's got it behind the net. She's getting hassled. Battle along the board. Shortino ends up with the puck. Tries to clear it. Puck spits out across into Stanton's stick. Stanton. Backhand pass. Deflected off a player. Here comes Bucko. Bucko coming in on the right wing. Tries the shot. Good stick by Mission to deflect that at the last minute. 3:30 left here in the second. Breakout pass for Mission, and they're coming through the neutral zone. Here comes number 3. Cuts through the cross to the top of the crease. Shortino, solid poke check to break that up, and she clears it all the way down. And the refs are going to call that an icing. Bring it all the way back. Andrew.
Tough breakout pass by the Mission coming across their blue line with some speed, but the defense did a good job of holding it up on our blue line coming in the defensive zone.
Grahovic to take the draw. She's got Gagne and Salzburg on the wings. There's a shot through traffic. Another pad save by Schaefer to kick that wide. Puck's in behind the net. Mission. Centering pass. They find it. Good check by Salzburg to break that up. Mission able to hold his own though and drives it in deep. Centering pass picked up by Andrews. Andrews throws it over to the corner. She's in a battle now. Grahovic steps up to help. Ends up on Gagne's stick. Gagne tries to clear it. Deflected high. Bounces around. Right onto the middle of the crease. Picked up by Mason. Mason, lead pass up to Salzburg. Puck ends up back down in our corner again. Mason turns back around. Tries to find Salzburg. Mission there to make a check and centering pass. There's the puck's loose out front. Stretches all the way across, doing the splits, holding the zone, and covers that puck for a whistle. Fantastic job by Schaefer to hold her ground.
Leg came out.
Let's see if Brendan can get us a replay. And it's one thing to get the leg out for the stretch. It's another one to hold the pressure. Super impressed with Schaefer on that save, holding her ground.
That was awesome.
And good to see all of our defenders helping out. There's the draw. Won by Mission, but they lose the zone. We got Dulac, Zakaria, and Isaac's up front this shift. Good to see her. Every once in a while you see Isaac take a front shift. She's very versatile with where she plays. Mason's able to hold the zone. She's got Andrews as her defensive partner. Dulac from the off angle. There's a shot. It's loose out front. Isaac's right in there mixing it up. First shift, trying to bury one on that rebound. Good to Coach obviously trying to try some different dynamics here on offense to see what can happen. Zakaria in for the draw again. Ends up on the half wall. Dulac pushes it deep. Isaac's there to force a quick pass. Not quite able to hold his own as Andrews. Mission able to push through. Here comes Andrews now. A couple of stick handles by her. She's going to drive right and right. Andrews able to chip it deep. She's got Isaac out front. Sends it around. Isaac's got it behind the net. Centering pass attempt by Isaac off the back of the net. And there's a battle in behind. And they're going to whistle it down because it's on the net. 1:24 here left in the second. A little bit of pressure by the Stars. Good to see. For a shift. Let's see if they can carry it through. Maybe get a late goal and have a 2-0 deficit, or a 2-goal deficit for the third.
Well, they're holding pretty steady. I like seeing Isaac up on offense. He's doing a good job.
Bucko, Clark, and Stanton up front. There's the draw. One back to the point. Shortino shot through traffic. Off Clark's skate. Puck's loose out front. Still loose out front. And here's a 3-on-2 for Mission. They able to come up with it. Number 15's got some wheels. She drives wide, goes around the defender, comes in from the angle. Saved, deflected, and then in off the back of the net.
Deflected right up into the top shelf there.
It's an awkward bounce off Schaefer's stick, and unfortunately just found that top corner. Yep, just an awkward bounce off the stick. Thanks to the replay from Mr. Elliott so we can see it. We got a funny, nice little booth camera or screen here as well. Here comes Mission. They win the draw. Tripp's coming into the zone. Looks for a drop pass that Michael was talking about. Not able to execute it though. Now they hold the zone. They walk in. Puck's loose out front. Cleared by Stanton last minute. Now Biederman's on it in the corner. She's checked. Battle in the corner. Mission has it. Mission's got some time. Centering pass. Comes all the way back to the point. Number 13 on the point. Steps up to the circle. Takes a shot. Low and hard. Off the side of the net. Onto Stanton's stick. Stanton. She's checked, but she chips it up to Bucko. Bucko able to chip it again. Mission able to hold the zone. Lafleur. She sends it back into the neutral zone. Puck's cleared all the way down. 20 seconds left on the clock. Biederman's going to pick it up. She's got some time. Lead pass to Clark. Clark tries a centering pass, deflected by Mission, and they shoot it right back down into our zone. Lafleur's going to grab it behind the net. Lafleur. She's in a battle. Mission going back and forth, centering pass. And that'll end the period here at a 4-goal period for the Mission team. Good to see our girls with a little bit of pressure, a couple shifts toward the end there, because it has been pretty constant pressure by Mission for the most part this game so far.
Yeah, our girls usually tend to struggle in the second period. They come out strong. We have a little bit of a slump. So let's see if they can bring it back in the third, get some more pressure.
Still not sure what happened on that fourth goal. Just an unfortunate bounce off Schaefer's stick, since she's positioned well. There's that bouncing one. Yeah, when they just buried it on the side of the net. That's the deflection off the was positioned well. It's just an odd leveled shot. Just clipped off the toe of her stick and found the top corner.
Yeah, I thought she had that one for sure.
Tell you what, this could easily be a 7 or 8-0 game. Schaefer's done her job for sure.
Absolutely.
Hopefully our offense can finish on a high note. See if we can shrink this deficit again, because that's in all these tournaments. Goal differentials definitely matters.
Yeah, not only does it matter for possible seeding in the tournament itself, but it also matters for the hockey ranking.
That's right. And where are we sitting right now, Michael? I think we're 52nd in the nation.
We're at 54.
We're 54th in the nation. And as pointed out by Michael, we're playing a number 8 team right now. So see if our ladies can come out with some pressure and start to chip away at this goal differential. 4 goals in minor hockey is not a lot. You never know what happens. Here's the draw. We got Grahovic out with Gagne and Salzburg up front. And we got Mason and Shortino on the point. Puck ends up on Shortino's sticks into the neutral zone. Battle through the neutral zone. Mission ends up with the puck on their D. Solid lead pass by Mission. They're able to come in on 1-on-1. There's a shot. Blockered away into the corner by Schaefer.
That's a strong play by Mason on defense there. Right in front of her, kept the angle bad.
Back to the D, a shot through traffic. That's high. Mission able to pick it up on the near boards. Mission shoots it back around. Mason's in pursuit. She's able to get it up to Salzburg. Salzburg able to get it in the neutral zone. Mission regroups. D pass up to the wing, and they're right back in on the pressure. Here comes 33. High slot. There's a shot. Schaefer able to track it. Makes the first save and the second save. As usual, Mission on top of things, but Mason clearing out the offense, saying don't be smacking our goaltender. Wholesale change for the Stars. Andrews and Isaac on point. Zakaria centering Dulac. Actually, Isaac's up front again. Sorry, I always get mixed up with that. Here's a back and forth in front of the net. Loose out front. There's a shot through traffic. Schaefer locks that up.
Wow. Another unreal tracking job by Schaefer. Right off the hash marks, like a rocket.
Zakaria wins the draw over to Biederman. Ends up in behind our net now. Here comes Mission. Andrews pressuring Mission. Puck spits out to the crease. Loose out front. Good check by Dulac to make sure that shot didn't get off. And here comes Zakaria. Zakaria coming in. She's got Isaac on the wing. Ends up on Isaac's stick. Isaac, there's a shot. Deflected. Puck's loose out front. Dulac tried to grab that. Here comes Mission. Puck ends up into our far corner. Biederman's on it. Biederman tries to get it up to Zakaria. Puck ends up in the high slot from Mission. There's a shot. Traffic again. Once again, Schaefer shuts the door. 10:02 left here in the third. Shots 24-4 in favor of Mission.
Not so much from the girls since the first period. So I think we were at about 4.
All right, let's get our fans into this. We need to at least get more shots than their goals. That's the objective here for the third. Here comes Salzburg, or Stanton, sorry. Stanton tries to get it over to Clark. And ends up on the stick of Lefevre. Lefevre able to get it back in the neutral zone. Clark's got it now. She tries to send it down. Just out of the reach is a cross-ice pass that Stanton tried to interrupt. Bucko's pursuit in the back check. Mason's going to drive into the corner and grab it. Mason sidesteps a check. Able to get the puck up to Bucko. Bucko, she tries to chip it forward. 9:24 left. That puck's cleared all the way down. They're going to call no icing. And Mission hard on it. Lefevre, good job by her to make sure Mission doesn't gain that possession there. Centering pass through traffic. 1-2 punch, and Schaefer stands her ground again into the third shot. Deflected off Mason. Good job by Mason getting her body in front of that one.
Should call that off. I guess not.
I guess not. I guess that's an icing. Coming back our way. Really quick tic-tac-toe passing play by Mission there, and Schaefer comes up big. And then good to see Mason getting herself in the line of that shot, taking one for the team. Fresh legs out for the Stars. There's a draw, one shot wide by Mission. Mission able to hold his own though. 73 driving in. Looking to do a Michigan. I haven't seen that in our level. Backing forth and absolute battle out front. Our girl is trying to clear it out. Did you see that
Schaefer
girl?
came across, kept her left leg out there, and just kept it strong on that puck.
I want to see her defense start clearing some more bodies. I think Mission having a little too many liberties out front there. Get one of our D to level them out. But that girl was 100% trying to Michigan there. You don't see that at our level much. She was trying one. Here comes the draw, won by Mission. They throw it into the corner. Puck ends up low and deep. Deflected out front. Puck still loose out front. Puck battle. McKenzie able to close it up again.
Yeah, like you said, Brody, we need to get our big girls into that crease and just clear out.
I'm even good. Take a penalty or two. Make it very known that you're not allowed to sit in front of our tender. There's the draw. Mission. There's the shot through traffic. Gagne doing a good job to sacrifice the body. That was her turn that time. Deflected it wide. Puck battle beside the net. Here comes Grahovic.
Let's see counterattack.
3-on-2 unfolding. Grahovic trying to drive wide, pitches it deep. Got Gagne going to the front of the net. Grahovic regroups. There it is. Centering pass almost there, and we're going to have a penalty call. The first power play of the game for the Stars with 8:09 left here in the third. So those fans at home that don't know what a Michigan is, it's when you go behind the net and you almost do a pancake move with your stick and you corral it up and try to bring it into the top shelf. The goalies don't usually expect it, particularly at this level, because, well, you're expecting it on the ice, you're expecting a pass, you're expecting some kind of shot, but you elevate it up to shoulder height and tuck it home. Unsuccessful, of course, but that was definitely what she was trying. Here's the power play.
Tough one to pull off.
Stars on the power play. It's going to be a 2-on-2 unfolding this way. Mission, backhand, forehand, cross-ice pass. And I think that's a no-goal? Or a goal? No, they're I'm not sure what they're calling here. They're calling no goal. Good job.
Yeah, no goal. Schaefer was,
right there.
just standing on her head.
All right, let's see if the girls can make something. 47 seconds left in the power play. There's a shot by Mission. It goes wide. Andrews trying to get on it. Mission. They're pressuring to hold that puck deep. Mission skates it out. Cross-ice pass to defense. Here's number 26. She steps up to the circle. Shot. Good body deflection by Shortino. Now the Stars are going to come out with some speed. Here comes Grahovic. Grahovic takes the shots. Deflected high. Bouncing. Tracked by the goaltender, put over in the corner, spits up to the point. Biederman's able to step up, hold the zone. Now here comes Mission, 2-on-1 the other way, centering pass, a breakout. Here's an opportunity for Mission, back, forth. Solid save by Schaefer, puck's loose in behind her, and it's covered up by Schaefer once again. Yeah, this way this power play's unfolded. It's been looking like Mission's got the opportunities. Here comes the opportunity, breakaway, back and forth. And Schaefer able to track that attempted deep going to the backhand, tracked
Mason
it the whole way.
A great hit on the shin guards too.
Cleared it up. Puck's one, or draws one by Mission. Shot down into the corner. Mason, she's in a battle in the half wall. Here comes Mission. Mission, centering pass, wide open out front. There's the shot, it's high. Over to Mason. Not able to quite get it out. Zakaria, she's able to gain the zone or get it out. Tries to find Dulac, not able to. Here comes Mission again. Mission, centering pass. Now Mission gets it back to their point. Opportunity for Stars if they can get there. Not quite. Now they do. Isaac's trying to step up. Ends up all the way back to Biederman. Isaac on the wing with Zakaria and Dulac. 6:25 left here in the third. Biederman and Mason on point. Back to Mason's stick. Mason tries to find Dulac and does. Dulac, and she's checked on the back check. Here comes an opportunity for Mission. They're breaking down the left wing. Mission driving in. There's the shot. Toe save by Schaefer. Well, another incredible save. Here comes Zakaria the other way. Tries to drive wide. Mission, good body position by her to make sure Zakaria couldn't get by. Clark in it now on the forecheck. Another
bounce on that.
That's a fifth bad bounce of the game so far. There's a lead Pence. Here's an opportunity. They're calling off the icing. Mission's going to pick it up in the sidewall. Centering pass. Up to Isaac. Isaac tries to get out. Here comes Isaac. Trying to drive in. She's checked, but Zakaria's there to help. Zakaria's got it now. Zakaria dances a one-run player. Another player. Here's an opportunity. She cuts all the way across. Zakaria trying to make something happen. She's checked last minute. Mission, they're breaking out. 5:16 left here in the third now. Here comes Mission. Mission driving wide. An opportunity. Another breakaway for Mission. Backhand, forehand, and a roofed shot by Mission. Made no mistake on the breakaway that time. Great tracking by Schaefer coming back and forth, and it was just a roofed backhand straight up top shelf. Solid shot by that offensive pressure, number 73, to make it a 5-0 hockey game here with 5:08 left. Bucko, Clark, and Stanton up front. LaFear, And Shortino on the point. Puck deflects off. The glass is going to be offside.
Yeah, so when you're getting down, 3-4-0, you're wanting to pinch on defense to activate, and that's what's going to lead to a couple breakaways. But you got to take that risk because you got to have the pressure in the offensive zone.
Clock's running here to finish the game because there's a 5-goal deficit. Bucko's got it now. She's trying to drive in. Mission ends up with the puck. Mission driving around the back of the net. They send it up to Shortino. Shortino. She tries to hold his own and does. Held in by LaFleur. Now the puck's kicked out. Bucko's got it. Bucko, cross-ice pass, trying to find Shortino. Mission. Trying to hold his own. Shortino. She steps up. Good stick, skate work by Salzburg. Salzburg breaks in the left wing. Here's an opportunity for Heidi. Heidi shot just high and wide. Great shot by Salzburg. Whole thing started with solid footwork on her part, disrupting that pass and took it off the skate blade, intentionally passing it up to her stick. Good job by her. Back up to Salzburg again. In comes 73. Shot. Schaefer tracks it down.
Salzburg's had a great game, just solid all around. What a shot.
Yep, took it off the skate blade, kicked it up to herself. Really impressed. Her dad's sitting right to my right. I think he was pretty happy about that.
Happier for winning.
Yeah, calling for a goal though. Hey, come on, Dad. Here we go, Biederman in the corner. She tries to find Salzburg. Does. Checked on the point. Now the puck's loose out front. Comes across the near half wall. Mission. They have it down in the corner. Look to get it around. Picked up by Andrews behind our net. Andrews deflects it high. Draws one all the way into the neutral zone. Salzburg and Gagne in pursuit. And see if they can pressure that all the way down. Mission comes around the back of the net with some speed. Gagne hassling that Mission player. Centering pass. 15 has it in the high slot. There's a shot from 15. High and wide to the left. Grahovic, she picks it up, sends it over to the half wall. Now back into Biederman. Biederman looks to forward pass it. She's getting her ass. She's able to shake off a check and send it up into the neutral zone. Not quite. Salzburg, she's trying to step up. She's checked. Grahovic comes in to help. Mission's going to come in 2-on-2 now. Here comes Mission. Centering pass to the high slot. There's the shot. Schaefer once again with another save. And 2 minutes on the clock running to here to finish. Wholesale change for the Stars. Still got Isaac playing on the wing. She's centered by Zakaria. And Dulac's on the other wing. We got LaFleur and Mason on point. Mission has it behind the net. Mission trying to do a wraparound. That's deflected. Mason, good job pushing wide. LaFleur, good job clearing out. There's another opportunity and another paddle save again.
I can't believe it.
By Schaefer. She's taking 2 off the high paddle. It's all about positioning. Take those ones where we can. Holy smokes. Another action. Deflected wide. Shot just high over the net. Mission pushes it to the point. Here's a shot from Mission. High, blockered into the corner by Schaefer. 1:09 left on the clock. Mission able to hold his own. LaFleur trying to find Isaac. Just about does, just out of the reach of Isaac. Now the puck's loose in the neutral zone. Dumped in by Mission. LaFleur's giving chase. She's got Mission right in pursuit on top of her. Puck spits out loose out front. Mason's there to help. Mason's got it on her backhand, tries to clear it out, not quite able to get it out. Got a puck battle on the near boards with Isaac. Zakaria comes out with Mission. Mission, there's the shot. Gloved again by Schaefer to keep it a 5-0 game and 28 seconds left on the run time, and that should do it. Maybe get our ladies to go a little bit slower to that face-off dot. See if we can get out of this period. Zakaria, there's the draw. Mission wins it. Back to the point. There's a shot through traffic. It's just a little bit wide. Now we got Dulac. 9 seconds on the clock. Let's see if the girls can make something. Isaac's up there. Lead past Isaac, and that's disrupted. Zakaria's going to pick it up. 2 seconds on the clock, and that's going to wind down our game. Stars falling to Chicago Mission by a score of 5-0 here to start off this tournament. And all in all, a pretty good game by the ladies. I think it could have been a much higher deficit. As you can see at home, final shots 38-5. And Schaefer getting some hugs from Allen. Allen knowing full well Schaefer held her ground as much as she could that game. Played excellent. So
rightly so. This was a goaltending show for sure.
Yeah.
She did a fantastic job.
I was talking with John Schaefer about high stick saves last time. And every once in a while, it's the jury's out. Are those is that goalie luck, puck luck, or is that just good positioning? And I'm going with good positioning. She came across, played it well.
I like that. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, if you got to get the blade, whatever you got to get on that puck to keep it out, let's keep it out. But she had 2 of those beautiful ones today, deflected into the corner. Those could have been goals.
Yeah,
and then, of course,
reaction too, because I mean, you're holding the sticks. That's extra weight.
100%. Well, fans, thanks a lot for tuning in. As noted, Mr. Elliott's brought it up on the camera for us here, or on your screen at home. Next game is 6:40. As you figured out here today, they will start early, and in our case, we started a solid 20 minutes early from what was scheduled. So we're way ahead of schedule here in the beautiful windy city of Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, so if you are subscribed to the channel, watch out for that notification. So when that stream starts, if we end up starting early, you'll be ready.
And once again, a big shout out to Brandon and Paisley Elliott for making the drive. Paisley not able to play, still out injured. Number 1 fan for the girls on the bench. And kudos to Mr. Elliott for constantly increasing our graphics while we yabber. So look forward to tuning in soon, and thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Brody.